President Sisi receives heads of churches participating in the General Assembly of the Middle East Council of Churches. The president holds talks with African leaders and representatives of the state councils and supreme administrative courts. And Egypt says it is following up developments in the Libyan capital with concern. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received on Tuesday the heads of churches participating in the General Assembly of the Middle East Council of Churches, whose current session is being held in Cairo. The meeting at the Ittihadiyya Palace was attended by His Holiness Pope Tawadros II, the Pope of Alexandria and the Patriarch of the same mark. Presidential spokesman Bassem Moradi said President Sisi welcomed the attendees in light of the convening of the General Assembly for the first time in Egypt since the establishment of the the council in 1968. The president stressed that citizenship and equal rights for all are firm values of the state's approaches towards all citizens, which is consolidated by actual and realistic practices in all aspects of life in Egypt. Also on Tuesday, the president received the African heads and representatives of the State Council and Supreme Administrative Courts who are participating in the establishment of the African Union of State Council and Supreme Courts. The meeting took place as the Egyptian Council of the State celebrated the Diamond Jubilee, marking the 75th anniversary of its establishment. The president stressed that Egypt is always keen to support the independence of the judiciary, including the administrative judiciary, and to enhance its role and status. The head of state noted that the administrative judiciary is a protector of public rights and freedoms, adding that it also guarantees fairness of the administration's actions. President Sisi further said those principles have governed the State Council since its establishment in 1946. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli reviewed the implementation status of projects underway in the new administrative capital. The Prime Minister asserted that the government is closely following up the completion of the undergoing projects in the governmental district as well as the banks and ministries districts. The meeting also focused on obstacles and challenges facing the project and ways of resolving them. Minister of Defense and Military Production, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, General Mohammed Zaki, witnessed the launch of the main phase of the Mobilization Leadership Centers project, dubbed Sumud 1. The project is launched under the command of the East Canal Forces to fight terrorism. It is to last for several days within the framework of the Armed Forces Engagement Training Plan. The Ministry of Interior released a statement wrapping up its latest activities. The statement included the ministry's campaign to detect cases of drugs trade and smuggling. It said security forces had managed to detect 374 cases of breaches of food and non-food commodities in 24 hours. The statement said 25 tons of hidden strategic and subsidized goods were confiscated, also reported confiscating 15 tons of cement for overpricing. The Foreign Ministry said on Tuesday Egypt is following up developments in the Libyan capital, Tripoli. The ministry said in a statement that it is important to keep the calm in Libya to preserve lives and property and protect the future of the Libyan people. In a statement, the ministry urged Libyan parties to practice self-restraint and stay away from taking any action that would fuel violence, stressing the significance of dialogue with the aim of reaching agreement on holding presidential and legislative elections without delay, affirming that the ongoing constitutional path taking place in Egypt is important for the future of Libya. An attempt by one